Do you want to know what it takes to get your blog to $3,000 per month in a 12 to 18 month time period? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what I would do to get to that $3,000 per month blogging mark if I was just getting started. So let's get into it. All right, so let's say you wanted to make $3,000 per month from your blog in the first, let's say 12 to 18 months of your blog. Okay, so $3,000 per month is a good number. I picked it for a reason. One, because it's very attainable. If you put in the work and know what you're doing, you can definitely get to $3,000 per month. Number two, it's a realistic number. You know, I didn't want to throw out some crazy numbers like $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month, which some people do hit, but I wanted to make this a little more realistic. And $3,000 per month for a lot of people is a very good, decent side income figure. And even for some people, it could be a full-time income. So it's definitely something to strive for. So let's talk about how we would do this. So I fit this 3,000 per month number in much higher with several of my own sites too, which I currently still have. And so I just wanted to show you a couple of screenshots, or a screenshot here from Mediavine. So this is a Mediavine Earnings screenshot showing the last 3 months earnings for one of my niche sites. You can see the numbers have gone down in the past 3 months, and that's because this is a somewhat seasonal niche. So the summer months are higher than the fall. In the winter, think of something like golf or baseball or something like that. So it is a somewhat seasonal niche, which is why you'll see the trending numbers down, but that's totally normal for this time of year. What I want you to focus on really are these three numbers here, and that is in June, this site did almost $14,000 a month. In July, it did almost $13,000 a month. And then August, as we get into off season, it still did $8,000 per month. And, you know, I'm showing this to you just to explain that I know what I'm talking about. I have my own niche sites, my own blogs that do pretty well myself. So, you know, if I were to start over with a new site, you know, what would I do or how would I do it is really what we're trying to do here. So the first thing that we want to do is work backwards, right? To hit that $3,000 per month, what kind of traffic numbers do we need to get? Okay, so just work backwards and think of RPM. And if you're blogging, you know what that figure is. It's how much are every 1,000 visitors worth to your site, okay? Now, this is really an ad network number that people use. For example, if you're in Mediavine, you know what RPM is. Again, it's how much for every 1,000 people to come to your site, how much are those 1,000 people worth? So a number that I came up with based on my experience, and this is including ad revenue and affiliate revenue, is $30, a $30 RPM for every 1,000 visitors. It's a number I hit consistently on that Mediavine site that I showed you when I include Mediavine and my affiliate revenue. And it also plays nicely with the number that we're using in this video, and that's $3,000 per month. So if we do an RPM of $30, right? So for every 1,000 visitors, we earn $30, then we can just work backwards, right? And that will tell us that for page views, we would need 100,000 page views per month with an RPM of $30 to hit that $3,000 per month figure. So this is what it looks like drawn out, okay? Remember, we want that $3,000 per month figure. We have an RPM of $30 for every 1,000 visitors. That means that we need 100,000 page views every month to hit this $3,000 per month figure. And again, this is ads and affiliates, which is a very achievable number. You could almost get to $30 RPM with just ads on Mediavine. I'm throwing in affiliate revenue too, just to make it a little more secure. That's what we would want to hit in terms of, you know, numbers working backwards, 100,000 page views per month. All right, so let's talk about content. If I'm building a blog from scratch and I want to hit these numbers, what about the content? It all starts with the content. And to hit these numbers within 12 to 18 months, if you want to give yourself a little more time, I would want to put up 100 articles on this blog are on this niche site. Now, in a 12-month time period, right, or 52 weeks, you're looking at almost 2 articles per week. Now, if you're working a full-time job, that might not seem like it's possible, but it's definitely something that you can do as long as you don't suffer some burnout. But 100 articles is what I would go for in this 12-month period. You know, if you want to stretch it to 18 months, that's fine too. But a magical number of 100 articles or 100 blog posts. Now, to be clear, these blog posts can't just be random 200-word posts that you just throw up, right? They just have to be high-quality posts, search focused, meaning you've done your SEO, you've done your keyword research, and you know the content is actually good content. It's valuable content, and you've also gone after some affiliate type keywords. We mentioned we want to get affiliate marketing into this number of $30 RPM. So we want to have some affiliate centric content. So again, 100 articles or about 2 articles per week. We want our content to be very high quality content. Search focused, meaning we've done our keyword research. We know people are searching for this content. We know we have a decent chance to rank for this content in Google, and we definitely want to throw in some affiliate type content, affiliate marketing type content, because that type of content will earn more money, far more money than just ads. So from the content angle, you know, that's where I would start. 100 articles. If you can set that as your goal, if you can pump out those 100 articles in 12 months, you really are on your way to having a site that's making $3,000 per month. All right, let's talk about step 2, which is promotion, or promoting the content that you just created. Now, there's many ways to think about promoting your content. If you Google how to get blog traffic, you're gonna get these useless list posts of 25 ways to get blog traffic, post in forums, post in Facebook groups, post on Twitter, all the stuff that's just gonna waste your time and take your focus off of creating your content. So to promote your content, if I were doing this from scratch, I would really only think about 2 different ways. One is with backlinks, okay? So backlinks will help your SEO. Whenever another website links back to your site, that's gonna help your SEO, it's gonna help you rank in Google. There are many, many different ways to get backlinks. It's a topic that's way too long for this video. 2 of my favorite ways are, one is help a reporter out, where you answered questions from a reporter. If they like your answer, they may quote you, they may link back to your site in their article. That's a great way to get backlinks. Another way, and this is gonna sound now somewhat controversial because Google has said that it's not an effective way to get links, is guest posting. So Google has reiterated their stance that they don't really consider guest post links, but from all of the evidence that I've seen out there, from other sites, my own sites, guest posting for SEO still works incredibly well. So for backlinks, I would look into help a reporter out, and still guest posting. I would still recommend guest posting because it works and it's value adding. You're adding value to the site that you're posting on. So it's an even exchange. It's a fair exchange for me. The second way to promote your site, if your niche makes sense for this, is of course Pinterest. So I am not a Pinterest expert. I don't pretend to be a Pinterest expert. I stay in my lane when it comes to what I talk about. But I know for specific niches, Pinterest can work really well for getting traffic. So if your niche makes sense, it's a Pinterest friendly niche, then by all means, use Pinterest to promote your site, because you're gonna get a quicker return than you will on SEO if you're just starting from scratch. Pinterest tends to work a little bit faster. So certainly if you have a Pinterest friendly niche, use Pinterest. From an SEO perspective, backlinks are gonna be the number one thing that help you rank in Google along with your content. Again, many different ways to build backlinks. 2 of my favorites are help a reporter out, and then of course, guest posting. Again, I still think that works totally fine. So we have our content, we have our promotion strategy. I just wanna pause kind of in the middle of the video to talk about your niche. Now, depending on where you are in your blogging journey when you're watching this video, chances are you probably already have a niche, but if you're just getting started, you might not have your niche yet, because niche really is super important with your blog, because most blogs start off dead in the water because they've picked the wrong niche. They've picked a wrong niche that nobody cares about. They've picked a wrong niche that you can't monetize. So from a niche perspective, I want to make sure that the topic or the niche that I've chosen, that there's demand, right? There's market demand, that people actually are interested in whatever niche I've chosen. And these can be hobbies, they can be interest, they can be problems, right? For example, one of my favorite blogging niches or niche site niches that I really should get into is gardening, right? I think it's the perfect blogging niche. So many people are interested in gardening. It's a super passion. People who garden are obsessed with gardening, all right? So the demand is there, tons and tons and tons of people. There's search demand there. People are always searching, and you can do this through keyword research, for problems related to gardening or products related to gardening or how to do certain things with their garden. So people are constantly on Google looking for things related to gardening. And people, just as importantly, spend money in this niche. Gardeners spend money on their flowers or their plants or their gardening hose or their gardening hoe or whatever tools people use when they're gardening. And that's also super important for your niche as well, right? We want a niche where people are spending money either on their hobbies and interests or on their problems, right? They might have a problem. So market demand, right? Hobbies, interests, problems. People are spending money. And then the last thing is for me, for a niche, is I want it to be evergreen, right? People are never going to get sick of it, right? Gardening will always be a good niche because people will always be interested in gardening. So to me, having an evergreen niche is important. Again, we want to hit that $3,000 per month with our blog. We don't want to pick a topic that all of a sudden drops off the map and people just don't care about it anymore. So I just want to say that one thing about niche. We have our content, we have our promotion. Hopefully we have a good niche depending on where you are in your blogging journey. And really, it comes down to the content. So if you're thinking 12, again, maybe 18 months later down the line, you have 100 articles on your site. And remember, we want to get to 100,000 page views per month. And just to do some simple, convenient math, if you have 100 articles and you need 100,000 page views, well, that means that on average, each article would need to have 1,000 page views per month each. Obviously, some will be much higher, some will be much lower, but that's when we do the math, right? That's the simple math. 100 articles, averaging 1,000 pages per month each, that gets us to our 100,000 page views. And then when we, how are we making money off of this? So again, these are just average numbers. With 100,000 page views, I would be expecting to earn at least $2,000 on ads and $1,000 with affiliates. Again, obviously these numbers will vary depending on so many different things, but based on the sites that I've started, just to give some very vague averages, if I had 100 articles and I was getting 100,000 page views per month, again, I would expect to be earning at least $2,000 from ads and at least $1,000 per month from affiliates, whether that's Amazon affiliates or some other affiliate network besides Amazon. But that's definitely how, let me go back. That's definitely how I would do a site from scratch. I would focus, 90% of my time on the content. It sounds convenient or easy for me to put 100 articles in 12 months on a piece of paper, right? And it might be easy to get those first couple of articles out, but that's where most people stop because they don't see that immediate progress. They don't see the immediate traffic, the immediate income, and so they just give up after 5 articles or maybe 10 articles. But from what I've seen, blogging is going to take a little bit of time to really ramp up. You're not going to be making $3,000 per month in the first couple of months. But if you are consistently pumping out high quality content that people are searching for, you've done your SEO, I'm pretty confident that with 100 articles within a year, and you're doing a little bit of promotion on the Pinterest side and the SEO and the backlink side, that you will have hit close to, if not gotten to, that $3,000 per month. All right, so if this video encouraged you to start creating more content for your blog so you can get to that $3,000 per month mark. Do me a favor, smash that like button and leave a comment below. Thanks.